Good evening. We're back. I'm joined by a new color caster this time, Biscuit. I'm pointing the wrong way. But anyways, I'm joined by Biscuit, my color caster for tonight. I'm moving to play by play.
Yep, I'm going to be, as Barry is saying, I'm doing color casting. I'm sorry, chat. I would like to do a very long talk, but we're going directly into the look. Good boys, they want to go to sleep really quickly, and some info that you need to know. QWQ is subbing in. We know him for playing the Sigma, but probably not playing Sigma right now. And Salty is going to be playing DPS. Very rushed, but we have to be very quick about this one, Barry, because these players they just want to go home early.
Yeah, no, Thunder is allegedly at McDonald's. So Salty's playing DPS, and Dusk, also known as QWQ, is on tank. Saints, on the other hand, I mean, come on. We all know this roster. Let's be real. King, out there, Tree, he's been in and around this tier 2 scene for years. Absolute legend. Vega was gonna go to San Francisco, but it didn't happen. Um, Cal, of course, very solid player in his own right as well. Tree as well on tank, which is not what we've seen from him in the past. Usually a hit scan player who has played flex support. We're going to see on this Junker Queen comp, Saints just looking to play this hyper-aggressive brawl style, whereas Good Boys playing more of this patient, this slower, patient Winston brawl composition, just looking to wear the other team down and get their rocks up. Vega, though, early pick on the base, that start the Good Boys wanted to have all Tree as well, just putting the hammer down on Dust, showing you who the tank player is, the real tank player in this lobby is. Even though he's on and off roll, it doesn't matter. Tree's gonna cap the curve, or Saints rather are gonna cap the point first.
Look, Perry, when you're in contenders, it doesn't matter if you're off-rolling. These players are absolutely insane. They could 1v5 your average, like, what, GM team. And look at this. Good boys, they're a little stuck here. Like, they have to run into vision shots, and that is why you're playing the Ashe. You're zoning them out that you can never dive, you can never walk in if you're burning, and if your head is being clicked 1,000 times. Saints has all the advantage here, and they do have the buff coming up really quick, but it looks like it's another desperate attempt at getting a fight here. Look at it. We're going in already.
Yeah, Salty on this Ashe, mashing it as well. Gonna look to make some space, gonna look to put some pressure onto Vision. But Vision doesn't care, he's taking out Noctis already. And though the Good Boys are gonna be able to cap on the point, they're already at a man disadvantage. They've already had so much force. Vision already building that bomb. This guy's crazy. How's he gotten that much ult charge already? Dust taking out Tree, though, gets a bit split from the rest of his team. That being said, Cal taking out Salty with those Kiriko Kunai headshots. Tasco pulling up his coalescence, gonna make something happen. He's gonna be able to take out King. Cal in a very bad position, both Kiriko cooldown forced. So he is a free engage target for Good Boys, but Saints can't really do anything in this scenario. They're just gonna look to back off, lick their wounds, go next with the ultimates that they're gonna have coming online.
And they were calling it. They had a Bob really early into the fight, but the Bob doesn't do anything. It's stuck in a bad position. But the Kitsune already, they don't even want to let me cast.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help it, sorry, but yeah, like you said, Saints is moving on the point super fast. Only hanging out Vega, he's not calling as well, but making a name for himself on this Ashe. That rampage from Dusk is going to come out. Going to pay dividends as Tree falls a bit too disconnected from the rest of his team. And Biz gets 2 picks. Good Boys are just playing in an entirely different game. And Tree rather feels helpless to match.
It's all gas, no brakes, Barry. But the ultimates are coming in, and even though Good Boys is winning right now, Saints is gonna have a real good time here because they do have the blade, and the only thing they can do about it is knock this his own feet. So this could be a fight that could go either way. They have 3 ultimates, and Pascal, they do have coalescence, and we've seen what Pascal can do. A fight may look like it's lost, but then he presses Q and it's winnable. It just looks, we're going in, and the ultimates are going to be spent.
That being said, yeah, Saints have 4 ultimates of their own. The first to come out is gonna be Tree's Rampage, but Noctis comes out with a sound barrier. Salty and Biz with their DPS ultimates, and the bomb from Salty finding more value than that of Vision takes out the Genji of King. That's the Dragon Blade off the field, and Dust getting so aggressive in the backline is gonna be able to take out Vision. Even with Salty falling at the hands of Vega, it's all green in the kill feed. The Good Boys are barking, and Saints are deafened. There's nothing they can do. 90% and counting. Good Boys are just running over the Saints.
I'm just saying, Good Boys, they took over all over the place, but it doesn't matter because King's popping the blade.
Yeah, I mean, King's gonna pop this blade, but Salty takes him out. All his health gone to keep himself up through the deflect. And Good Boys, what a statement that is against the team directly above you in the standings. Good Boys currently 4-3. Saints above them at 6-1. But wow, what a statement that is. Once Saints lost momentum, once Good Boys started to get going, they never looked back.
Hey, and QWQ, they put it very clear in chat. That's a statement you didn't touch, and they're not letting them touch. Peripheral, when they were
Thanks, the
going
point.
in, Saints, it looked like they were just taking over this whole game, and they just playing their own rhythm. And look at that, good boys. They just establish it all the way back, and it all comes down to the backline that are so sustainable. And look at that, QWQ. They went for a Hail Mary like flank onto the Ash, and they managed to get it, and they just win the fight out of nowhere. But there's no time to breathe because we're already going in. We're shouting, we're going into point, and although Salty's left a little behind here, they do have that long range on the wall, immediately forcing them out. But the fight is a little scrappy, and this is going to be a lot of damage coming into QWQ.
Yeah, indeed. Tree dropping very, very low as well, though. And Dusk is going to be able to take out Vega. That's the disengaged dog for Saints. That's no speed, no amp heal. That's so much less sustain for Saints. And you're going to see Good Boys walking forward off of that wall from King, though. Very, very good. Is going to enable Tree to take out Dusk and Biz. Now, Saints flipping this point, flipping the fight in their favor. They have the man advantage now. And Tree getting 3 on the fight, going to be able to take out Salty as well. Pascal gets Vega, but Noctis falls. Cal's dropping very low, but Vision going to be able to clean up the fight. And Saints, once more, are going to take the first point.
This is going to be such a good fight for them because right now they are establishing the tempo. Perry, look at their ultimate charges. They almost have every ultimate. They have the Rampage, they have the Bubble, but Pascal's Coalescence is a miracle maker. And this could be the difference if they win or if they lose this one. However, 3 ultimates against only one, that might be a little dangerous. We're coming in on the left angle, trying to take over this angle. And look at that, Coalescence spots in and every ultimate in the game being spent.
Yeah, that's 2 very good main walls, though. That's going to burn so much time off of Pascal's Coalescence, just spent rotating. And Dusk isn't going to be able to survive with the healing from the Coalescence isolated. Excellent, excellent main wall usage from King. And Vision going to be able to get Pascal. Now, Good Boys, they're the ones looking completely out of sorts. They're just being beaten back fight after fight. And Good Saints, their point percentage continues to climb.
Yeah, and well, it's
Salty.
something happened there? Yeah, Salty going back to spawn, real quick one-way trip, but it doesn't matter. Saints they have 4 ultimates coming up, and they have nothing on the side of Good Boys, so they need to lose this one quickly, period. There's no way that you ever invest that ultimate and win this one, so you just have to go, die, and hope that the next fight goes better, but they're taking a long time to touch, maybe planning for poke, getting some of their ultimate charges, and this could be winnable. 4 ultimates coming up on the side of Good Boys against 4 ultimates on the side of Saints. They are basically the same ultimate, so Blizzard on the side of this has to be absolutely massive to win it.
I mean, the Blizzards from both teams are going to determine how these fights go. But Pascal, you almost be able to take out Tree, but the sound barrier from Vega so well timed, going to be able to keep Tree up, but not for long as he drops very, very low again. King's Blizzard is perfect. Dusk falls isolated from the rest of his team. No recompense for Good Boys, even though they are able to take out Cal. Good Boys flip the point, so maybe a little hope opening itself up now. But look at the position, Kelvin. Excellent boop from Noctis, but the Rampage is going to come out from Tree, and Salty's going to fall. Pascal takes out Vega, so these fights getting so scrappy picks on both sides. But King got to look to make the difference with that pick on the Biz. Pascal's Coalescence invested. Good Boys really do want to win this fight, but Tree in the backline, he is the lumberjack in this scenario, and Good Boys be felled.
Look, Pascal, we've seen him try to do these plays with the Coalescence before, and they usually work, but Saints is putting a stop to that, and the bomb is going to be probably the final nail in the coffin as they have no ultimates. Yep, Vision, kill onto Salty. There's no way that you can contest this one, and I'm just saying, Perry, this looks like a final map, because Good Boys, they are not touching this point without dying.
Yeah, no, it's not looking good for Good Boys. Unfortunate alliteration, but Vision with that Bob and headshot combos are able to delete Biz off the face of the map. Dusk as well is going to fall. Good Boys not looking too hot right now as Saints have responded excellently. Vision able to take out Pascal, putting in an absolutely magisterial performance. And yep, that's 1-1.
And that is 1-1, and they are showing us what the game is going to be like tonight, Peripheral. So if you're a fan of Good Boys, they have a lot to prove right now. They're going against one of the top teams on the leaderboard. Only really dropping one map. One of the things we didn't get to touch on, it was only against Timeless, which, you know, I think it's kind of expected. Timeless, insanely good team. But as we go into this last map, Good Boys, they could end up winning it, even if they are looking like the underdogs, you know, no pun intended. However, we move into next map, Perry, and look at the compositions. We're seeing another Junker Queen duel with Pascal on the Moira and Cal as well, but the difference maker here is going to be Salty. Salty on the Hanzo, we're expecting to see a lot of headshots because they don't have the damage that Vision has with those dynamites, which dynamite insanely good ability, but they do have the one shot. And if they ever get one shot on Vision, on Vega, on Call, that could be the only thing they need to win a fight. Who needs ultimates when you can one click? And look at that, we're already trying to take over the power positions, and the wall is out on the side of Biz.
Yeah, Biz wall used early. I'm not so sure about the investment. How did Tree die that early? Dusk just absolutely melting the wall from King. Not gonna find the same. Not gonna find any value either. Really, Biz value wall much better. And good boys, there they go. I mean, it's just so end to end. These fights feel like both teams grappling so hard for control.
Yeah, it's just like a tug of war. They don't want to give up on any of these of the things that are happening right now. But look at that, we have a real good advantage here with boys, because if Hanzo takes a power position, those are shots coming in that could one-shot you one prison at a time. Biz looking for a bit of an off angle here. Yep, and they get it. There's going to be a wall probably, but no kill, and that is going to be QWQ in a bit of a like hard position here.
Interesting wall for Biz again. Salty's able to take out Vision, but traded by Cal on this Moira of all things. Biz, though, taking out King, this DPS duo from Good Boys is able to see them through. And Pascal taking out Vega. Saints just... It's so end-to-end. It feels like neither team is really able to respond to the other. Whoever's winning the first fight is just taking over.
Yep, and Good Boys, they are taking over just as you're saying, because they have every ultimate in the game. They have all of the marbles to throw out on the way to the way of Saints, and this is going to be Pascal's Coalescence. They are looking to use it early because it's an extremely cheap ultimate, as well as the Blizzard. So this fight looking like it's going to be an absolute wash. And Saints, you need to get your ultimates if you want to contest one. Look at that Coalescence, surrender to their will, and it's going to be a very scrappy fight.
Yeah, indeed it is. I mean, Dusk already taking out Vision. It feels like Saints, again, always at this early disadvantage, and Biz just compounding it further, taking out King. Dusk is running wild. This guy's crazy. Dusk and Biz. We saw Biz in the last match against Worldwide, just taking over on that Echo, on that Sombra. But this is insane from Dusk. Absolutely domineering performance on this Junker Queen, and now with the point crawling up to 85, 86, 87%. Saints have ults, but are they going to be able to even get anything of them? As Tree's already fallen, Cal trades out Salty on the Hanzo with that Coalescence, but the Coalescence is almost gone. Look, and the Blizzard, or the Rampage comes out from Dusk. Doesn't really hit anything, but it doesn't even really need to, as the Coalescence is gone, Sound Barrier is gone. It's just those 3 ults on the side of Saints.
Well, the point to it, however, look at this. The fight has been slowed down to a crawl. The Blizzard has been used on the side of King. It doesn't find anyone, but as you were saying, it doesn't need to. They zoned them out, and now there are no ultimates on the side of Good Boys. The Dragons, they're a good ultimate, but not your Rampage. It's not a Blizzard, and this is going to be the momentum on the side of Saints. Look at that. They use the Rampage, and the fight is going to be all over the place, but they're going to win it.
Yeah, all over the place is the perfect description, but it feels like Tree and Dusk are just taking over this lobby, looking like Hanbin and Kaluj, I guess, on these Junker Queens, because both of them are just so good, and it's really just whichever Junker Queen can find more consistent value, and right now, due to Pascal and Noctis providing this consistent value, Dusk is the one coming out on top more often. That being said, Saints gathering a bit of steam. They're gonna have this Bob, they're gonna have this Coalescence online, but Good Boys have 3 ults of their own, and the Dragon is gonna be the first to come out, as well as that Coalescence from Pascal. Neither really gonna find anything other than positional value, though, flipping tempo a bit more into the side of Good Boys. That being said, Biz's Blizzard comes out, but Dusk falls. Not who you want to lose first, and Biz's Blizzard expertly kited by Saints. It gives nothing. How does... That's just incredible from Saints.
Oh no, I'm just saying peripheral. Good Boys messed up on their last fight at 99%. They used every ultimate, they hit nothing, and they end up losing. So what does that mean? The next few fights are all Saints because they have their Blizzard and the tempo has been established. Look, now that we have a Blizzard, we almost have a beat as well. You don't need to cleanse the Junker Queen ult when you have 1000 HP, and this fight is all on the side of Good Boys to lose.
Indeed it is. I mean, 90% and counting for Saints, but Vega falls! Not who you want to lose, especially with the Sound Barrier almost online. That would have been so critical.
No.
The Biz takes out Count, even with Salty falling. Noctis is able to touch the point, but the Blizzard from King is so big, it freezes up Dusk, and Dusk falls! Vision takes out Salty again, and is actually all in favor of Saints now, but Noctis, how is he on Vision there? That's massive, it's so end-to-end, and Saints are going to be able to touch!
C9!
Saints! No!
Okay, that was a game of all time. That's all,
That
that's all I
was
have.
one of the control maps of all time.
Yeah, you saw them play that so perfectly, right, on the side of good boys. They keep winning fight, 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 and then they lose one in which they use 4 ultimates. And all respect to these players, they could gap me anytime, even with their eyes closed. But they make a bad decision on using 4 ultimates. Maybe overconfident, saying, yeah, we're gonna win it. Yeah, we're just gonna use everything we have, and then they lose, and then they lose, and then they lose. But then at the end, on that fight, they don't manage to kill the Junker Queen quickly enough, and they have to expend the Blizzard to kill her. And then you're zoned out because the Mei is already taken over the point, and it's such a mess. Like, analyzing these games is really fun, but then the stuff like this happens, and it makes me question all I know about the game. But good boys, in a bit of a messy fashion, not the cleanest of games, they managed to close it out, and this is going to be us transitioning into hybrid. So Saints, they lose, and to the underdogs for now. That was definitely a game. That's all I can say.
You could see it in my face. I'm just surprised. I'm just beyond words. That last fight was so end to end, and honestly, if this match keeps up, we're in for a very fun match. That's the best way to put it. We're in for some very, very good Overwatch. Tree and Dusk just putting up absolute clinics. Noctis and Pascal as well. They've been getting insanely consistent value. It feels like they're almost never getting picked first, whereas you're seeing on Saints, Vega and Cal are really often the first to get picked. False as well. I forgot to mention, Saints have False, who is normally their tank player, but False is not here, so Tree is filling in. That being said, we are gonna see some subs. Thunda is back, my Tracer GOAT, my favorite Tracer player of all time. Salty is gonna be on tank for good boys. And Tree's off of tank. Mikey's coming in.
Right, a lot of switches. It looks like the whole bench is coming in for this one because finally Salty back on the tank, and that is what I know them for on the side of Good Boys. Salty, incredibly good monkey player, and QWQ. I hate to say it, but I've only seen them play Sigma. Like whenever it comes to like, oh, we need a Sigma for Secret Royale, QWQ is there to absolutely shred in that game. But look, they can also play the main tanks. They don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. So, trust me, we're in for one hell of a game. And as we move on forward in this best of 5 set, I shall remember the audience, before we close out the night, we're going directly into Eichenwald. And Eichenwald, a very interesting map, Perry. I would rather not play this. Whenever it's a scrim, I tell my team, yeah, I'm not playing this one. But in contenders, there's no other choice than to play it. And this is a map that is going to test the players' coordination. Is the monkey diving with their DPS? Are the supports in good positions at all times? If anyone ever gets picked out even a second early, Perry, they're going to lose that fight. And Saints, if they are choosing this map, they must be absolutely confident that they can win it. And you have to put your own numbers on the board. The last game, it doesn't matter. It's a best of 3. You have a best of 5. Sorry, you have a lot of time to make up for the mistakes.
So here's the thing with Saints picking Eichenwald. Good Boys is really, really good at dive. Their DPS line is crazy. Like, Biz is an insanely good Hanzo. Thunda's a ridiculous Tracer player. Saints are going to be on the attack first, and one more thing of significant importance, I think, Tree's on DPS. King is out, Tree's on DPS.
Oh?
That DPS line of Tree and Vision is crazy. Like, I genuinely, I think that DPS line's going to match Good Boys, not that of Good Boys. I have been misinformed. Good Boys are on the attack, Saints are defending first. So, it's possible we see the... It's possible we see the dive composition come out, but I feel like on this first point, it's more likely that we'll have Brawl. I don't know though.
Yeah, this whole first point is all about Brawl. Your Matcha needs to break through the shell, and they usually pick Brawl on both sides, and Dive doesn't merge well into that. But second point, that is the main point of the game. Eichenwald, we all know, first point is all about Brawl, and the third one as well. But second point, that's a big question mark. Anything could happen. You could play a kind of rush composition, but you usually see the Dive, and that's what I'm excited to see. And I know you keep saying the Tree is not supposed to be the tank, but that last game, they were looking ridiculous on the Junker Queen. So I don't
Indeed
know.
they
These
were,
players could
yes.
play anything, so yeah, it can go either way. And Saints defending, the classic play. It's better to just know where you have to go rather than be like, oh, I reached second point. I hope they didn't reach it back. So a lot of things can happen here. And good boys, if they win this one, and you're saying it, they are insanely good at the dive, and I believe you because I have seen it firsthand. They could just take us to match point very quickly. So just 5 seconds, taking a quick look at the epic icon world props, and the compositions are coming in hot. Look at that Ramatra ball. Wait, this is exactly what I've been expecting. Salty gonna be switching to Ramatra very soon, I hope, because ball does not go well with those EPS. And Saints, they are playing real defensive tree on the Echo, going to get so many confirmed kills. And Vision, his job is to stick a dynamite. Tree flies in, they use the beam, and they are dead. Vega and Call, Vega looking to keep him up at all times. If Diana ever dies, it's Jober, nothing you can do about it. And, just playing a very defensive comp that is very traditional. And good boys, trying to break it because, hey, your GOAT is on Hanzo Perry. And tell me all about it because I'm excited to see it.
I'm actually surprised because Thunder he mainly excelled on Tracer in his last match. Based on the Mei though, very very solid. That being said, the main point of interest for me is Saint's composition. You have Tree on Echo, you have Vision on Ashe, but you're playing with a Ramatra, so the Ramatra's main job is going to be to hold space, whereas your DPS look to play more of this pokey, this more pokey fluid playstyle where you're playing off your DPS for as if you're the Ramatra. That being said, you're gonna see good boys on this Junker Queen comp already getting onto the point. Thunder taking so much space, teleporting onto that high ground, looking for an angle, but Thunder's gonna get burnt down instantly, and there it is. There's Tree's DPS, a full prowess being shown as he gets 2 off rip. He gets 3 off rip, 70% and a 4K to that duplicate.
I promise, I think I blinked and I missed the rotation. Like, Salty was inside of the point, then you see Biz on the Reaper just behind them, and look at how quickly they switch comps. If it's not working, Contenders, they know what they're doing. Like, okay, it's not working, we go on to something else. We try it on Salty, on the Doomfist. This is so exciting because Biz and Thunder, they're going to set up this backline. You're going to get punched into a wall, and you're going on a one-way trip to spawn. However, Saints, they have their ultimates coming up, and if Tree gets hands on a copy, it's going to be real dangerous.
Yeah. Tokyo's Doomfist is a very good player. That was a fat yawn from me. But Vision takes him out early. He's gonna find no value into this composition. I really don't know what Salty's cooking here. I cannot lie.
Right, the Doomfist pick, I always love to see it, and they are sticking through with it. But it's not the best of dive tanks. Where I would like to see the switch onto the monkey. However, we stick onto it. We think that we can do something with it because the EMP is coming up, and Doomfist plus EMP is a really good combo. But you know what's a better combo? 4 ultimates on the side of Saints. The clock is ticking, and this is their fight to win. They have the Bob, and it's probably gonna be invested alongside the Nano. So good boys, they're gonna have to lose this one very quickly so that they can set up for next fight. I don't think they can win this one.
They are gonna have both DPS ults, but like you said, those 4 ults from Saints are big. Big's able to take out Cal, though, so that's the Nano offline. Vision though getting salty, or Tree getting salty, Vision getting Noctis. Vision's just looking at the voices. He's seeing things. He's transcending this earth. Wait.
Yeah, they're looking at their demons. Oh!
Oh
Hello?
my, these got slept! Holy! My voice is not having a good time, but neither are good boys. As Salty swapping over this Winton is able to get 1 tick on the point. So now it's not necessarily unlosable or unwinnable, but it's not looking good. Even with Cal getting that pick onto, or even with Cal getting picked by Thunder with that pulse bomb. Bases EMP, it only hits 1. It is going to be converted to a kill. That being said, Mikey on the Ramatra with a Nemesis 4 able to get 2 picks, and is going to have that Annihilation up. Vision takes out Salty. It's just, good boys just can't find anything into this comp.
Oh, but the annihilation to your demons, yeah.
Mikey?
He's annihilating the voices, they need to get away. But that is such a fumble. They could have just won it with Nano Annihilation, but now they have to suffer through Salty's Nano Monkey. That is bad news for Saints, but this could be winnable for any of the teams.
Cal is going to fall to the hands of a very well executed dive by Biz and Salty. But Tree takes out Pascal, the healing gone, the Ana gone, and Salty able to Salty taken out by Mikey. How is this happening? Good boys, I thought they were all on the point. Where did they go? How did Vega live?
Hey,
Good
they
boys
were
are
in
gonna full hold.
Pastons. Yeah. Oh no, bad news. Salty, they do have the primal coming up, and if they manage to get it within these seconds, it might be. Yeah, they touch maybe.
No way. Oh, they barely get the touch. They get the primal rage off, but the position. Cal, what a sleep! That's so good. Pascal falls. No support ults. Nothing on the side of Good Boys except maybe a desperate pulse bomb. It's gonna get vision, but everything else is on the side of Saints. The Good Boys. They've been just beaten into submission, and the Saints stand triumphant, and hold Good Boys at first.
Yeah, that is going to be only 88% that they can get, and not the best of looks, Perry. I know we were talking about Eichenwald being a really good map for Good Boys, but apparently, Saints, they have it locked down. You know, if a team is choosing a map, they're choosing it for a reason. That's all I can really say. And as we go into this next one, they need to full hold them back. You know, they didn't get the point. That is really sad, of course, but at least they got something. And it is Contenders. We've seen worse comebacks. We've seen best and better comebacks. You know, we've seen it all, so you cannot count them out quite yet. I think a lot of it came down to the Doomfist, not the best of picks, I insist. You can be a mechanical god, but trust me, if Tree gets his eyes on you, and you're on Doomfist, if you don't have a bubble, if you don't have like enough pocketing, you're going to die. But very interesting, they choose the Junker Queen, which is a very defensive kind of style, but also, they just want to play aggressive onto Mikey's Ramatra. The Echo, however, that is a big danger on the side of Good Boys. They haven't been able to shut down Tree, and if Tree can keep running their game, Perry, they are going to break through real quick and sending us into a map 3.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Saints, or for Good Boys. It's looking about as good as possible for Saints. But Good Boys on this Junker Queen comp, who knows? Maybe they can pull something out. I mean, Saints, this Ramatra comp just looks oppressively good. And I don't know how well equipped Good Boys are to counteract it with this Junker Queen.
Right, and Tree's taking up to the skies. Look at that. If it cannot shut him down, right, this is going to be dangerous. They take over the right position. This is the first fight, and it could be their last if they lose it.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, you look at Vision, he's already getting so much space for that dynamite, so many angles for that dynamite. Tree as well, floating around the left side, 40% to this duplicate already, and the anti-need from Vega, or from Cal, is already so big. The charge shot from Thunder gets nothing, but Salty will take out Vision. It's the Ash gone, that's your dynamite gone, that's so much of your poke gone, and Salty is going to make Saints well aware that they shall not pass. The gate will hold for a while longer. Even with Thunder falling, Good Boys, they are going to be able to save themselves for one longer fight.
That is the first mid-up, we already saw, they already established what they can do. Because if Vision ever hits a dynamite parry, and there's like a nade behind it from Cal, that is a confirmed kill if Tree is right there to see you. And the ultimates are coming in hot because Vega's about to get the rally. And Ramatra with rally is one of the scariest things in the game, but they do have nothing against Salty's Rampage. Look at that, this is a dangerous position, and if Salty gets a Rampage, this could be a very good win for the side of Good Boys. They have to get the momentum here.
Saints, help your Mikey, I beg. Oh, Vision just melted. Biz and Salty getting picks. What is it with these second maps in the games I'm casting today and full holds? Tree is able to take out Noctis, but again, look at the ult charge on the side of Good Boys. They basically have all 5 ults.
Look, the best scenario here, Perry, is that they win only with Rampage, which is kind of plausible, or they can only invest 2 ultimates. They need to keep some of them for the next upcoming, the copy and the buff. But this could be an all-out fight for the side of Saints. They have 4, and if they lose it with 4 ultimates, this might be a loss for them. And the ultimates are coming in hot. This is a very scrappy fight.
Yeah, the Rampage gets cancelled! Salty's Rampage got nothing, expertly countered by Vega with that rally, but Vega's still gonna fall! How has that even happened? I don't know, but Mikey takes out Salty, Mikey takes out Pascal, but Thunder with that Sojourn takes Tree out of the skies. He is once more the lumberjack of the Good Boys. Mikey's alone on the point. He's got no friends, he's got no nothing, and he's going to fall. Good Boys. Oh, how?
This is just missing all over them. That's how they did it, because he just threw that Blizzard onto the backline and they annihilate them. And then the second that Ramatra tries to go in on the side of Thunder, they just walled him out. And what do you do about it? This is going to be Beat versus Bomb, and whoever wins this fight, Perry, wins the game. There's 1 minute left, but trust me, this is going to be it.
Yeah, I agree. This is a pivotal fight. That wall from Biz invested early, maybe to just deny Vision a little bit of space. He does have that Bob online, but there it is. The sound barrier used to engage. So aggressive, so good from Noctis. And even with Biz possibly falling, the Saints can have nothing. Their Bob is gonna get absolutely nothing. And look at Biz's ult charge. He's 70% to that Blizzard, almost Pascal close to that Coalescence. This is so bad for Saints. There's 35 seconds left on the clock, and almost nothing for you to go off of, almost nothing for you to open up the fight. It has to be an expert combo, expert play from Saints, and even then, look at Biz's ult charge, look at Pascal's ult charge, Mikey's already dead. It's kind of just Jover for Saints, or for, wait, yeah, for Saints.
Yep,
Good boys,
50 seconds
what?
on the clock. Yeah, look at that. They just won that. Perry, how did they turn it around? Double full hold, and I don't think there's anything that can touch Mikey, although they switch into a Doomfist. They're touching.
Mikey's looking for the touch. Mikey's gonna be able to get the touch, but again, the Blizzard from Biz, the Bizzard you could call it, it's not gonna really get anything, except maybe Vega falls into it. It doesn't matter, Pascal's Coalescence is just gonna put the hammer down, and Saints! How? After such a good hold, good boys, they just turn it up on the Junker Queen. That was absolutely airtight from Good Boys. It has to be said. Absolutely, that was near perfectly played from them. No gaps in their macro. Perfect ult investments. The individual play was so good. The rotations were clean. The target focus was incredible. And it really just felt like Good Boys just had Saints' number.
Yep, they managed to dial it in and they figured out how to win against them. Perry, one of the things in Contenders, it's all about mechanical skill, of course. Like, if you can click heads, if you can kill them all, you win the fight. But it's all about mental as well. And these players, they get full health, but they don't care. We keep going. We may have lost we may not have gotten as far as we wanted, but we're going to keep you here. And if it takes a full hold to win, we're going to full hold. Good Boys looking so dominant right now, and that is going to be a 2-0. I'm just saying, some of those plays are just absolutely amazing. And Biz, he's doing God's work on the Mei. Those Bizzards, as you were calling them, absolutely some of the best ultimates I've seen on Mei. Saving the fight, because remember, I said it at 2 minutes. This is going to be the fight that defines who's going to win. Because they use 4 ultimates on both sides, and whoever wins it gets the tempo, they have the positional advantage, and then they can start from there. And then when Biz just saves the whole game alongside Thunder's shots, there's no way that you lose. And, I don't know, Good Boys taking us to our third map with a 2-0 advantage. One more game, and they take the win over Saints, who I'm saying it again. They were the favorites to win this set, but they are not anymore right now.
Yeah, I mean, Saints has to reverse sweep now. And with the way the two teams are matching up against one another, you have to favor Good Boys here. Like, no shade to Saints, none at all. It's a very talented roster, it's a very good team, but Good Boys just feel so much more cohesive, and it's making such a big difference. I feel like Saints are relying on individual play to make things happen, but Good Boys, they're so coordinated, so together, so good at playing as that as a unit, that Saints can't get anything.
Yep, and Saints, they get walled out right there, and that is not the best of looks, because now you're on your last map. And as we go into last map, most teams have to make the decision. Okay, Control, it was Brawl. Did we lose? Okay, now we go dive on Hybrid. It didn't work. They usually resort to the Circuit Royale. However, Perry, they are going to be doubling down. They're going to Gibraltar saying, we can win on the dive war. And I'm just saying, they are going against Good Boys' dive, and as you were saying, it's some top-notch S-tier dives, and that is going to be real scary as we move in. I don't think there are going to be any roster changes right now for this map. We're going in with the same players, but this could be the game that just lets Good Boys go to bed,
Yeah, I mean, they need to sleep. Thunder, he's probably not happy that he had to go back home from the McDonald's, but it's just... I mean, you know what? Thunder, after that, I'll buy you your McDonald's, man. After this performance, you gotta close it out. I will buy your Happy Meal. Going to Gibraltar, though, you still gotta finish it out. Good Boys put up an absolutely amazing performance on Gibraltar the last time we saw them, which was in fact earlier today. But, wow, I just completely blanked. Contenders caster, by the way. But Saints are, I mean, we've seen, they're so good at, their DPS line is so good. I mean, Mikey, he's a literal OWL Grand Finals Winston. He literally played the entirety of an Overwatch League Grand Finals on this character. You have to believe in him to be able to win this. That being said, like, Good Boys have just looked so together, so I mean, I would say, I could say it ad infinitum, ad nauseam, but Good Boys look so coordinated, so cohesive. They're playing so well. There's no way they're gonna run the Junker Queen here. I know they ran it. Okay, actually, no. I just saw them run it. So basically, Good Boys in their last match against Worldwide, they had to pull out a desperate second point hold on Gibraltar, or wait, no, they had to cap second point on Gibraltar to win the map. They had like a minute 30 left. They swapped to this weird Reaper Echo, Junker Queen, Brig Moira comp on attack. And it won them the map, so I guess they're just super confident in it, but I don't know how to feel going into this dive from Saints.
Right. This is weird. So usually you want the Tracer on card, but we're not going to be seeing that. And Tree choosing to go the Echo, we see these are weird picks for Gibraltar, but look at that, they're rushing onto the Monkey. They are hungry for the kill, they don't quite get it. And I guess this is how they're going to play. They want to play real close, they want to play real intimate against Saints. And if they can get a singular pick, it can snowball into getting all of them. But you don't have the vertical play. You cannot like take it all over these positions. You have to play as a unit and all around Noctis' speed. So overall, not the best of counts for Gibraltar, but these are Good Boys peripheral, and with the game they are playing today, they might just be able to pull it off. Look at that, they want to hold the card right here.
The issue with that playstyle in my eyes is that the DPS line from Saints is gonna get angles on you for free. Like that Echo Ash, especially with the Mercy Pocket, is gonna be able to put out so much damage, so much poke, and it's gonna make it so hard for Good Boys to be able to engage onto the backline of Saints, especially when Saints are playing this high ground to such an extent as they are now. Like you see, Cal with Vision with that Dynamite. Like, yeah, Mikey gets burnt down instantly, but Noctis falls at the hands of Tree, and again, the angles for for Saints are paying dividends as Tree's already able to build up this duplicate and he gets two! Tree's just crazy on the Echo! It doesn't matter! He'll play Echo, he'll play Junker Queen, and he'll gap your team on the both of them, evidently getting 3 on the fight and opening the door, blowing it wide open for Saints.
Yep, and that is going to be... You saw their playstyle right there. They were hoping to just catch them on that little spot for the payload, and right now their team is disconnected, but they cannot quite go through with it because Tree is there to break through the defensive core of the team. But they are doubling down, no switches, and they're using all of their ultimates for this fight. I'm hoping, Pascal, you have coalescence, and if you use it right, this is going to be a fight win.
Yeah, that Bob in the small room could get so much though. The coalescence is invested by Pascal, and Cal falls! That's all the healing almost gone on the side of Saints. Vega's gonna pop that Valkyrie, and Vision's gonna make quick work of Thunder with the power of the Valkyrie. The damage boost is gonna come in clutch. Words never before spoken by me. I always get heal bot mercies in my ranked games, but that's besides the point, as Baze doesn't need a heal bot mercy. He's gonna take out Vision. Pascal's gonna fall, but Good Boys still holding strong on this point. That being said, the ultimates from Saints could be everything. They have the Primal. Tree has another duplicate. They have the Nano invested onto Mikey of Cal. The Blizzard comes out onto Tree's duplicate, but Mikey takes out Noctis with the beat. Still not used. Noctis is going to die with beat. Tree's going to take out Thunder on that duplicated Junker Queen, and it's all white in the kill feed. The Saints are feeling truly holy, and they're going to cap the first point.
Oh god, can we please not let Tree copy Salty's Junker Queen? It should be illegal with the way that this guy's playing. He plays DPS, but he can play tank. Oh my god, this is one of the most dangerous DPS I've seen in a while. However, Good Boys, a little bit of a switch here. Thunder on the Tracer, I think you're happy about that one, peripheral. And we do have the Rampage, and we do have the beat ready for this next fight. However,
what's
I think it's
really crazy about Tree being so good at Junker Queen is that he's actually played flex support in the past too. Which, I mean, it just goes to show that this guy is a real talent. Biz and Pascal falling, though, are... What am I saying? Biz gets 2, Pascal takes out 1, and Good Boys. They stop the snowball right in its tracks. Climate change coming in full force on their side, and 2.5, or well, more like 3 minutes on the clock. But the resurrection gonna come through on Cal. But if you're Saints, now you have to pull back. You have to reassess this point. You have to go next.
Yeah, and they have Coalescence, they have Blizzard on the side of Biz. I'm just saying, Biz doesn't want Tree to be the only star of this show, and this might be the perfect chance to prove so. Oh, Cal getting a little cut out here against the Tracer. They force the recall, and that is absolutely huge. Pascal playing like a DPS. Look, DPS more real.
DPS Moira, oh, the bane of my ranked games, part 2. Thunder taking out Vision though, there he is, that's my guy, that's my favorite Tracer player. Thunder gets 2 very interesting Blizzard usage from Biz, but it actually manages to get value. Tree takes out Thunder though, and Vision being resurrected means that the man advantage for Good Boys is completely gone, and Tree with his duplicated Blizzard, making full use of his ultimate. This guy's actually crazy. Vision gets 2, Tree takes out Salty, and Saints are gonna get the cart rolling. What a response!
Tree can play every character in the game, and I think there's no one that can prove me wrong. But you know, they have to invest a couple of ultimates peripheral, which is not the best of things. But they do have the Bob, and they do have the Nano. With Nano, it's more than enough for you. But if you're Nano Mikey, Pascal's probably gonna be dying, as well as Noctis. So this is all for them to win, and Thunder has the Pulse Bomb. This could be absolutely huge. But yeah, Vision gets the kill, and it's going to be a hard point to hold.
We're seeing this DPS line of Saints truly start to wake up now. I mean, what a pick that is. The Nano invested onto Vision. I mean, that's a lot of trust from Cal, but I can't say it's misplaced. Vision's been having an amazing map. Tree as well with this Mercy Pocket. These DPS are just taking over the lobby now.
Look, Peripheral, I know that they're doing really good, and I don't want to take that away from them, but it hasn't been as fast as they want, and third point is a hard nut to crack. That is going to be real bad, because this is going to be a very tough point. You cannot say that you've won Gibraltar until you get to the end of the map. And right now, the ultimates are going to prove me right, because they almost have a Rampage, we have the Pulse Bomb, and we almost have Coalescence. Saints, they need to have a really good coordinated effort. However, Vision has the Bulb, and Tree is about to get another one of those beautiful copies that he's been using this whole map. But it comes a little bit to a slower pace. Mikey has to reposition and not die to poke here.
Yeah, I mean, Thunder possibly looking for a Pulse Bomb there, maybe just misses the animation cancel there on the Pulse, but it doesn't really matter. Vision's Bob is going to come through, but that's right when Saints decide to explode. They go forward, they take out Noctis, they take out Biz. Cal falls. I didn't even notice the business swap on the Ash, the copy invested. Tree, what a knife from Tree, keeping Salty away from the Resing Mercy. Vega falls, but the resurrection comes through on Cal, and that is vital for Saints, as now they're going to be able to get this cart past this seemingly impenetrable corner, push it all the way, and with 1 minute 30 left on the clock, Pascal's Coalescence, hello, gets Cal, but look at the position Pascal is in, so far from the rest of the team, actually somehow able to get back to everyone else, and Good Boys have somehow managed to rally to a point. The Saints, they're not really going to be able to win this fight now.
One Biz switches over to the Ash, and the Ash is so good for this defensive point. I'm telling you, you made it all the way to the first 2 points, but you only have 1 minute, and you haven't pushed guard past the actual ending of the map. Thunder gets a kill to Vision. That is going to kill the momentum on the side of Saints, and there's nothing you can do. But Tree, one aggressive position. Salty gets a real good pick, and that is going to be a fight that is lost for Saints.
Things living there is absolutely massive. I mean, wow, like Biz living there, it might have actually just won this, might have actually gotten Good Boys the second point hold for sure, especially if Vega falls there. Even with Biz dying, the Primal Rage from Mikey invested, but not really gonna get anything. And you can see now Salty is just so free to hold space within this corner. That being said, Salty does get antied. Good name from Cal, who is going to have the Nano Boost online. Huge knife again from Salty, just entrapping Mikey, making sure he can't fully get out. And 10 seconds left on the clock now. Cal's going to invest this Nano into Tree in the echo with a sound barrier from Noctis. Great timing to counter. Cal falls. Salty, oh wow, okay, wait, the back cap from Mikey is real. Tree gets 2. Biz falls. The Rampage from Salty invested. Tree copying the Moira to just maybe have a chance of making this fight winnable. Mikey's gonna have to back out though. The copy burnt down. It's just Mikey and Tree. Both are low on the point. Mikey gets his knife back in, taken out by Thunder, and it looks like Good Boys are going to hold on the third point.
And I insist, Perry, if you are not making it to third point on Gibraltar, you haven't won. It's not an easy point, even in contenders, even in my ranked games, even in the best of lobbies. This is not a point to scoff at. But they are really close to that end point. If you can see it right there, the payload so close. So this means that Good Boys has a real chance to just close it out right here, right now. And I'm just saying a lot of that came down to Tree. Tree, an absolute MVP for this map, but if Biz is alive, Perry, the fight is winnable. As easy as that. And now we're switching over to defense on the side of Saints. If I'm not mistaken, this is going to be a real important point because remember, if they lose, this is going to be it. We're going to close out for the night. But if they win, this could give them the momentum that they need on this side of push. So, Good Boys doubling down on this brawl style, Perry. They don't want to play meta. They are here to win. And Salty, they are showing that they are the Junker Queen to rule all Junker Queens.
I'm gonna be honest, I would not be surprised if Saints full hold this, just because their comp is gonna be so good at taking angles onto Good Boys mid rotation. Tree in the skies, Vision on height are both gonna be able to get so much space, so much time, and you've seen both of those DPS extremely adept at making use of that space and time, even when they're not getting so much of it. Good Boys with this Tracer Sombra actually are going to be able to harass the backline of Saints, but again, it relies on them getting some perfect rotations onto that that aforementioned backline. And with this Echo, like, look at how low Salty falls! He gets the kill onto Vega, but Salty gets bursted down instantly, and you're seeing Tree dropping very, very low. That being said, he's going to be able to heal up by Cal. Vision dropping low as well. But, like, the angles just make it so hard for Good Boys to do anything as Saint gets killed instantly.
But it doesn't matter, right? Because Vega dying there matters most for the side of Good Boys. They have to come back really slowly, and Biz just running an absolute chaos here. Oh, Tree, don't die!
Biz almost takes out Tree, but almost just gives his life for it. Overall, not a bad trade. Tree, though, look at the oh my god, look at the duplicate percentage. This guy's a madman. Cal as well. I see why he was rumored to the SF Shock. Already 88% and counting that nano. Vega falling, though, not what you want to see. Perhaps getting a bit too close to the sun, maybe getting knifed off of that high ground. Salty looking for these speculative knives onto the high ground, gonna find significant value. The nano invested into Echo, and Vision just crumples Salty again. Tree again taking out Noctis. Biz crumpling on Mikey, collapsing on Mikey, or on Mikey rather. But Thunder takes out Vision. Tree takes out Biz. Tree's gotten like 3 in this fight, and Vega just gonna put the hammer, the proverbial flail down, and Good Boys gonna get held, but not for a lack of trying. I may be wrong. This may be winnable for them.
This is absolutely winnable, but Biz overcommits. They use the EMP thinking they can win it, but they cannot. And that purple, you know it. EMP, one of the best ultimates in the game. It's almost a guaranteed pick every fight. And after you lost it, you only really have 3 ultimates. And Saints, they have a full stick of butter. They have almost all of their ultimates to play with, and Tree has a copy. And we've seen what he can do with it, but we're rotating high ground. Look at this, the Junker Queen coming for you, Tree, so you have to be real careful. They show their faces, and they are showing that they want to take over this point. 2 minutes already on the clock. They might just full hold this.
Yeah, they could. I mean, you're gonna see Tree with this duplicate's gonna invest to copy the Junker Queen, but the C9 nearly actually real. Noctis taken out by Cal. Extremely good rotate from Good Boys onto this high ground. He's just gonna enable them to get out to the backline for free. The duplicate bursts down, gets next to nothing, and the coalescence invested from Pascal. Vega's gonna fall. It's just Mikey, a lonely soldier on this point, but up not to invest the Primal Rage, and Good Boys, they're gonna cap the first point.
4 minutes on the time bank peripheral, and that is a real good fight on the side of Good Boys. They managed to win it basically with only coalescence and against Tree's own copy, which didn't manage to be as miraculous as the other ones have been. So this could be real good for them. They have almost every ultimate to play with. The EMP is coming in hot, and Saints, they have Bob, they have Nano, and their Primal was not invested, as you wisely found out. So this could happen right here.
Indeed it could. I mean, the Rampage from Salty in a prime position to get big value. But he drops off the high ground. That was a free 3k. Thunder, though. There it is. There's the Thunder we all know and love. Maybe it's just me, but it doesn't matter. Tree falls. Pulse Bomb doesn't really get anything. But the rally forced out from Vega. Both support ults, in fact, on the side of Saints, and Pascal falls. Salty's Rampage only going to hit onto one. Excellent loop from Vega. Zoning Salty's axe. Zoning the Carnage. Making sure it's not going to get any value. Salty's just a lonely soldier on this low ground, and Mikey sitting on this high ground and has control of this mega health pack. With his Primal Rage, could look to sow some chaos. Vision as well with this Bob could send it down to contest. Salty looking to spearhead in a new offense for his team, a new charge forward, but the Sound Barrier comes out from Noctis, as well as the Primal Rage from Mikey. So I mean, this fight's just evolving into absolute chaos. Noctis is looking at the backline, and Salty dropping very, very low. He's one. He gets taken out by Tree. Ever present on this Echo, having copied the Junker Queen with that duplicate. Gonna look to seal the deal for Saints. And Mikey, Vision, Vega, all gonna clean up in due time.
But bad news, Perry. They invested 3 ultimates, some of their best ultimates. That's a copy, that's a Bob. And although the Nano could absolutely get built here, that is going to be real hard when Biz jumps into your backline and turns off the lights. So this is a dangerous position for Saints. They have to play this one carefully. They cannot let Call fall or Vega, because if any of those two die, this could be over. So Biz takes over the position. They are playing aggressive, and Coalescence is going to be used real early. But look at that, the rotation. They get antied, but they cannot commit. If they go in there, Salt is gonna make yeah, that's going to be nice monkey right here.
The EMP combo with the Coalescence is excellent. Just gives you so much sustain, so much healing to push out of that room, and you're gonna see Tree falling instantly, just melted down by the aforementioned sustain. Mikey alone on this low ground now, gonna get hacked up, gonna get pressured out, but is gonna live. Expert healing from Cal and Vega. Now Tree on the Bastion. What is it with people playing Bastion in these games? First it was good boys.
No.
The Nano Bastion investment is crazy, and it's working. How is Tree gotten up to the high ground? Noctis is gonna get burnt down. Absolutely just rolled. Now Salty coming close to this annihilation for this rampage on the Junker Queen. Vision's gonna get taken out by that scrap gun. I don't even know if that's what it's called. It doesn't really matter because Vision dies either way. And Tree now looking with his turret form, looking to get some burst damage out. But Mikey's gonna fall. Mikey will be the one bursted down. Salty's dropping low. He's he's dead. But the fight still hangs ever so slightly in the balance. Thunder 99% to this Death Blossom is gonna get him. He's gonna get killed by Vega. Oh, the shield bash is so big, so big, and 36 seconds left on the clock for Good Boys, and Saints, they hold strong.
Tree's Bastion will also have their ultimate, which is not the best of ultimates, of course, but that can force out defensive cooldowns from Pascal, from Noctis' beat. It could all happen here, and that is going to be 4 ultimates on the side of Saints. This is dangerous for Brawl. I don't know who can win it, because the EMP might just get the picks that they need. Look, they tried on C9 probably, or maybe just set up for a good time. Look at that, it's all here. Coalescence, please. Oh, but it gets cancelled.
I mean, Good Boys have 4 ultimates, but Pascal's dead. Thunder takes out one. Pascal, Vega falls. The Nano invested onto an anti-Bastion. No! You're not gonna find anything there because your Bastion is basically dead. And Good Boys, they're gonna tap the second point. Now it becomes actually winnable for them. Cal as well, kind of staggering himself. This is the last place you want to be. Oh, that's just mean.
Yeah, hey, Thunder just following behind. They want to kill them late, and they get exactly what they wanted. But Good Boys, they invested 4 ultimates, which they did need to invest, but you're not getting them back as quickly as you wanted. This is going to be 1 minute to get your ultimates. Thunder switching over to the Sojourn, and Saints, they have the Bob, and they switch over to Ramattra, a more sustainable comp, which is gonna be so hard to break through. Brawl versus Brawl in Gibraltar.
You call that Gibraltar, but I mean, Tree's just calling names and clicking their heads. He's gotten 2 on the fight already. He's gotten 3, and Vega takes out Noctis. Again, Tree swapped onto the Mei. I didn't even notice that, but 38 seconds on the clock. It's once more getting down to that final fight territory for Good Boys, except this time they have nothing in the bank.
And Saints, you know what they have? They have a more defensive, more sustainable backline. And Good Boys, they're just hoping that Salty gets a couple of kills. So this is real dangerous because they do have ultimates on the side of Saints. You need to get them quickly, Pascal. The Coalescence is going to be the answer to what they need. And if they manage to break through, they might just win.
Yeah, that being said, Thunder's charge shots find no value. I mean, Mikey swapping onto the Ramattra, just able to press the W key. Vega gonna take out Salty now. And the cart, I mean, Good Boys can't even touch. They're barely able to get a touch. Vega falls. Thunder takes out Vega. But Mikey and Vision, they get 2 picks each. They get 2 picks. Tree taking out Pascal. I mean, I don't even know what's happening anymore. Saints win. I don't know what's happening, but Saints, they're able to cap, and they're able to hold strong, and they're able to get their map win. The reverse sweep is on.
Yep. not the best of looks right there. They switch over to the Brawl, and they just manage to outbrawl them on the final point. Of course, a lot of it does come down, like, they have Rally, they have Antis, they have everything they need to shut down Salty. And this is going to be a map that they take over on the side of Saints. They stop the bleeding over what seemed to be almost unwinnable maps on the first one and on the second one. So Perry, this is what they needed. And I said it before, this is like a singular map one doesn't mean a lot in the grand context of things, but it gives you the momentum. It gives you that confidence in saying, yeah, I can win the next push map.
It does give you a lot of momentum, and that momentum going into push, especially, which is such a momentum-based map, is gonna be critical. I really think Good Boys, they need to keep their mentals high. They need to stay strong mentally. They need to respond emphatically, dominantly even. They need to be able to come back and put themselves in a position to finish this series out here, because if you go to map 5, I don't know how good their mental is. I don't know if they're going to be able to take the pressure of potentially getting reverse swept, especially when they're on the cusp of beating such a highly regarded, such a venerated team in Saints. Like, you look at this Saints lineup, it's a bunch of stars. It's Tree, it's Vega, it's Cal, it's Mikey, a literal Overwatch League runner-up, and Good Boys, their roster just doesn't have the same prestige. No shade to them. But this upset would be so big, like, for your morale, for your place in the standings. But I mean, talking will only do so much. At this point for them, it's all execution.
Yep, and execution is going to be real important because our next map has been logged in, Perry, and this is going to be Esperanza. Esperanza, one of those maps that allows for really aggressive dives, which is exactly what Good Boys has been waiting for. Gibraltar, of course, they chose a Brawl, which a little interesting of a pick. I've never seen it before, but hey, this is Contenders. It's not my ranked games. They know how to play it. They know how to make something that doesn't seem good work, and they don't quite find it. But in Esperanza, they could play Brawl, they could play the dive, we could see anything here. Anything goes. This is one of the more balanced push maps, I would say. It allows for a lot of different compositions, a lot of different playstyles, a lot of sightlines are also enabled. So Thunder's gonna have a real good time if they choose to play the Sojourn, and they can be very sneaky with the Treasure plays. So trust me, if you're watching, don't blink, because I'll insist, the fights go by in a flash, and this could go to anyone's side. I hope that Good Boys are able to find their footing, because this could be so important for them. Beating Saints, which is basically the second team of the ladder, that means a lot, Perry. So Esperanza, potentially match point, and if they win it, taking us to a potential map 5.
Indeed, I mean, the reverse sweep, like I said, is real, and it's on Saints now to make it happen. But yeah, going into Esperanza, it's good. Yeah, like you said, almost anything goes here. I mean, I don't even know anymore. After the sheer silliness of that last map, my brain has just been thrown for a complete loop. It needs to restart.
Right. It's a little weird, but it happens, Contenders games, they leave you speechless, and beautiful flags of coal
for good and for bad reasons, but thankfully this is one of the good.
True, and I'm glad they're good. Trust me. But we got a couple of good shots. Courtesy for observing cast, we get to see the usually the parts of the agenda blowing up, and you don't even see because you're too busy pushing bot and complaining that it takes too long. But what am I to say? 5 seconds, and we get to see our rosters being locked in. We could see the dive, we could see the Brawl, but I'm betting it all on Brawl. And Sultan, the Junker Queen, 3, 2, 1. Let's see it right there. And they are fighting for the 10 piece that you wanted to buy them, Perry. So I'm just saying, be real careful, because if you're betting McDonald's food, I think Good Boys are gonna try their absolute best.
Yeah, it's your box standard Brawl mirror. Yeah, the one thing I see interesting is Cal on the Kiriko. You typically see Cal on. I mean, you've seen Cal a lot on this Moira, on this Ana, but we've seen almost no Kiriko. I like this. It gives you more of that burst damage, which you really want. I think. Yeah, I actually, okay, I kind of like the Kiriko composition, the Kiriko play here. That being said, Vision of the Sojourn also going to offer a lot more burst damage than Thunder on this Reaper is going to be a lot more of that consistent, just putting the other team's tank in the slammer, which is going to be Mikey on this Reaper. But Mikey is going to have that Nemesis form block. Now, Saints getting a little bit of early cart push, grappling for definitive control, rather. But nothing really going to be forthcoming thus far. Vision with that charge shot, not going to hit anything. Not really getting anything just thus far is either team. Mikey's Nemesis form kind of wasted, but Tree already 64% to this Blizzard. Pascal, though, 72% to a Coalescence of his own. This could be I mean, we could see some ults come up fast, but the brawl from Good Boys, the engage comes out. Vision falls, but so does Biz. That's an ult offline. Pascal's Coalescence is online, but Cal, the Kiriko headshot, the burst damage I was talking about. There it is. Thunder falls, Mikey falls. Cal getting 2 Kiriko headshot kills, and Saints an emphatic start to the fight.
And emphatic is the perfect word for it because they have 4 ultimates coming up. Ambition lagging behind a little bit, but that is absolutely fine. You don't need them all to win. Good Boys, however, not being left behind, and Coalescence, one of the better ultimates at setting up the tempo of a fight. Those are 8 seconds of constant damage and healing that you cannot overlook, and it cleaves just like a monkey. So trust me, this could be a fight that could swing either way, and if they manage to get Saints to spend more ultimates than they need to, the next one is absolutely winnable. Ultimate's already going to be spent. Oh, Tree, what a shot!
That rotation to high ground from Good Boys was so nice, but Tree just kills it with the May wall and kills it again with the headshot. It's just like, what can you do if you're Good Boys? It just feels like Saints are just gapping you at this point. I mean, Biz falls to the annihilation from Mikey. That's all you need to invest. The Kitsune, the Blizzard, the Rush, the Annihilation. I said Kiriko's ultimate twice, didn't I? But the support ults on the side of Good Boys. Biz now swapping onto the Sombra, looking for that EMP. Thunder on this Tracer. Pascal on the Ana. Interesting.
Oh, the Ana pickup, I'm not very sure, because this is a rush comp and you're going to get speed on and absolutely demolished. But if they can protect Pascal, they can get some massive antis. And look at that, I didn't even get time to speak because the ultimates are coming in hot. We want to win this fight, Good Boy says.
Yeah, the Overwatch's gonna come out from Vision, but it's not gonna really find anything thus far. Vision missing all his shots, looking like me in ranked. But Noctis and Vega are not. Vega, an absolute shooter on the Lucio here, taking out Pascal. Noctis trading Vision, but again, it's all trending in favor of Saints, and they're gonna get those forward spawns.
And we've said it before, this game mode is all about momentum. You want the first fight, and that means that you have everything you need to keep going. Kiriko Ana, the switch is going to be real good. The Kiriko allows for a lot more damage, a lot of really good rotations, and you can go in alongside Salty Doomfist, which it didn't work before, and I don't know if it's gonna work now. Yeah,
it's full dive. It's full dive from Good Boys, with Salty on the Doom just looking to disrupt that Ramatra, make it hard for him to engage. Okay, well, Cal has the rush, Tree has the Blizzard, Vision, woo, there it is, there's the punch, there's the dive coming in from Good Boys, gonna be able to take out Vision, but the Blizzard from Tree invested, gonna take out Salty. The trades are real, the trades are happening, and Saints all the while maintaining cart push, but Cal falls. The Kitsune Rush invested, his job is done, his people need him, but evidently Saints does too, as now Thunder takes out, I believe that's Thunder takes out Tree. Mikey falls. Thunder's going crazy. Thunder no monkey they call him. And now, Good Boys gonna be able to retake the cart.
Good Boys finally retake card, and Saints a costly loss for them. They invest ultimates, which doesn't win them the fight, and that only lets you have Annihilation and your own Sombra Vision. Good switch into the Sombra. If you match the Sombra, you have EMP. Again, EMP, one of the best win conditions in the game, and this is going to be 2 meters against 78. And what a rotation! Saints looking to play. Yeah, Pascal's dead. That's the bad thing of having an Ana.
That is the issue with your Ana. The rest of the team is flanking, the rest of the team is playing off angles and staging for the dive, and it just makes the Ana such an easy brawl target for the engage heavy brawl comp of Saints, who now with the with the sound barrier, with the Annihilation, are gonna look to make something big happen. Biz the EMP almost gonna get nothing. Stunda takes out Vision with that pulse bomb. The Sombra falls, but the sound barrier from Vega invested, as is the pulse bomb, or the what am I saying? Vega takes out Noctis, now Mikey taking out Pascal, and all the while the cart moves in favor of Saints. The cart got really far at some point. I think Good Boys just got disconnected from their cart at some point.
Yup, and Pascal dying real early was one of the problems that gave them just that fight for free. And then this uses EMP, not quite able to find anything but Salty. That's a big problem because your Doomfist doesn't have that ultimate for safety. This lost the win fight condition, and it's only Kiriko with the Kitsune Rush, but Kitsune Rush, one of the best ultimates in the game for a reason. So if they use it wisely here, they can overwhelm Mikey's block, and yep, good kills here.
Tree's just a magisterial player. Tree's, I mean, this guy is so good. I see why he's going to college at like 16. My guy is built different and it shows in the lobby. Salty getting taken very low. Good boys are gonna have almost every ult except for that pulse bomb, and they're gonna need him. The rush invested from Noctis with a blizzard from Tree to counter. Salty getting very nearly frozen up to his death is gonna fall. That slam is gonna take you nowhere, my guy. You're inside a blizzard, inside a wall, split by a May wall. It's just not looking good for you, is it? But Saints now could well full complete this map with time to spare. Pascal falls, meaning the nano boost, so and a lot of the healing is offline. Now Noctis is also falling, so there's no healing for Good Boys, at least not until Saints, or not at least until Pascal is able to get back. The pulse bomb from Thunder invested is gonna get nothing. Biz kicking out Vision, but Tree is able to trade out Thunder. The Nano Sombra comes into play. Pascal with a bit of an unorthodox ult investment, but it looks like it's going to be getting value as Mikey falls with Tree trades Viz out. And I don't even know what I'm watching anymore. Vega with the sound barrier and ult invested onto Salty. Now Pascal switching onto the Moira, and Good Boys seemingly at the final hour are going to be able to take the cart.
It felt like that fight went on forever. It was such a long fight, and it's so bad for them because right now they have no ultimates, and they are still on Doomfist, which I do believe, you know, it's contenders. These players are insane, but the Doomfist is getting punished. This tank is not that played for a reason, but hopefully they can make it work. We're going into the middle of the map. No more forward spawn, but Vision has the EMP, and this is scary.
Oh, Vision, that's such a good EMP, just instantly blowing up Salty as he goes to try and hide and run away, play for his life, but there's no life to play for. He's just getting taken out instantly. And Saints, now they have 4 ults online. Their ult cycling throughout this match has been excellent, but this map in particular, it's just felt like they've never let up the gas. They've never been at a disadvantage. Good Boys swapping onto a full Junker Queen comp now.
Yep, and this is exactly what they needed. Like, I'm just saying, they were on dive and it was not working, but now they can have a chance. Noctis, kill onto call. This is a good beginning for the fight. Vega really low, and that is going to be a fight 1 for Good Boys, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, Tree gonna take out Thunder, but Noctis insulting, and he picks putting these fights back into the favor of Good Boys. That being said, though, look at the disadvantage and cart push for Good Boys. Even if they win a fight, even if they win 2 fights, they're still nowhere near the push Saints is at. And it really feels like the reverse sweep, it could be well and truly on for them.
Yep, but you cannot count them out yet. We've seen worse positions, and they do have every ultimate coming up. Biz, your EMP has to be massive because this is like 5 wins in a row they need to get. Cal gets hacked, and look at this, what a fight.
Oh, the pulse from Thunder is so nice. Maybe Good Boys actually have a chance here. Maybe I was too pessimistic. Only 1 ult invested, and it's a very apt one, as now Good Boys are gonna have 4 ultimates to Saints' 3, I believe that is.
Yep, and they do have EMP coming up, and Vision is going to be the man on a mission to get a kill with the EMP, because EMP might just kill the Good Boys whole push. They don't have their ultimates quite yet, but they're gonna get them over the course of these next few seconds. Biz, what a good hack. Get them EMP for next one.
No, Biz, you can't have that. I think his translocator was broken actually by Vision swapping over to that Sombra, but now this fight looks so bad for Good Boys. The Pascal's Coalescence invested. Sound barrier from Noctis will maybe have to come out to give them a chance at this fight, but Saints have already backcapped the bot. 20 seconds left on the cart. Good Boys are so far in no man's land. This fight's terrible for them. This is such a bad positioning now, and I mean, you can kind of see it as the blizzard comes out from Tree, the sound barrier from Vega. It's all white in the kill feed, and the Saints, they have not gone to ground yet. They will live on, and their reverse sweep is real. It's happening. 2-all. Oh my god, this match.
Good Boys, oh my god. They commit too long to a comp that is just not working peripheral, and I love them. I'm all about that hashtag stop barking, but when you're committing to Doomfist on a dive comp that is just not getting their kills, on a dive comp that is getting absolutely out-sustained and run over, what do you do about it? I don't think it's possible. And if they had switched to the Junker Queen, we saw what they could have done. We saw that the Junker Queen was getting the kills. We saw that Noctis on that Lucy is able to speed onto them, and they could set up for business hacks. But they just don't do it. And right now, we are at match point 2-2. What seemed like an easy sweep is now turning into a reverse sweep, and we're going back to control peripheral.
That is true. We are going back to control. I think Cal was trying to rulebook in match chat near the end of that map, but yeah, going to control, good boys have to be favored. It felt like they were just destroying Saints on Ilios, on, well, the majority of Ilios at least. But it's I don't know. This
Right,
one's
it's a weird prospect, right? I don't think how this one's gonna go. I'm just saying, I want to see Salty on the Junker Queen peripheral. They've been doing such a good job, but then they switch to Doomfist, and it's like, oh, please just stick to the brawl. You're doing so good, and the Doomfist, I know you're a world-class Doomfist. You're getting good kills, you're getting good setups, but Saints is out sustaining you. Saints is not letting you play the funny punch man. So please just get back onto the brawl. You've shown us that you can make it work in Gibraltar, so I think you can make it work even better in Control.
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, on most control maps, I don't know what the map pool is for control. This is literally my second time casting contenders ever. Please have mercy on me, Twitch chat. But it's I mean, most control maps, you have to say the Junker Queen comp is playable, if not outright meta. And really, I feel like that favors good boys. That being said, though, Saints have looked amazing, increasingly good on this brawl composition, and you have to think they've got a serious chance at completing this reverse sweep.
They do have a chance, and it makes it exciting, it makes it real cool, but I don't think that's what you want to see on the side of Good Boys. A couple of things have to be switched out. Salty, please get on the Junker Queen. It's absolutely doable. But peripheral, you don't have to know the map pool. That is perfectly fine, because I'm gonna tell you right now, we're heading over to Lijiang Tower, and this is going to be the map that is going to be closing this one out. Regardless of who wins, they're taking it home. A Good Boys, extremely good showing. One of the best Icon World games I've seen in a while. And then Saints picking it back up in Esperanza, picking it back up in Watchpoint. And as we go into Lijiang, this allows for so many different compositions. You have the dive, you have the brawl, you have everything that you could want to just, take over the point and play it however you want. However, I do think that Good Boys has no choice here other than go Junker Queen, Symmetra, Junkrat, your usual annoying heroes. But they have to do it. They have to do it here. They have to close it out, or they will go home with a loss in their hands.
And you do not want to be losing. After, having gone up 2-0, you do not want to be losing, but also having had the reverse sweep so close, you don't want to be losing 3-2 if you're Saints either. It's just... And, it's all to play for, really, here. And, yeah, both teams, bog standard brawl compositions, Junker Queen and Ramatra. Stock standard for this point. Sometimes you'll see the ball, sometimes you'll see Pharah, but in this case, no such variation. It's just pure, brawl. It's just pure, honest Overwatch. Run at the other team, get in their face, and pray your target focus is better than that of the other team. So we're gonna see same DPS lines from both sides, but Cal on the BAP. Cal's been actually flexing a fair bit. Certainly more so than Pascal, who's mostly preferred to stick to the Moira and a little bit of the Ana. But Cal, he's played the Ana, he's played the Moira, he's even played the Kiriko, and now he's playing the Baptiste. That being said, Tree taken very, very low. I feel like it has to be said that Good Boys taking advantage on this point. Pretty good start for them.
Yep,
I think
they are trying to slowly
good wall onto Mikey to isolate. But Good Boys able to take this point first. No picks in the kill feed just yet, but Salty looking for this bleed damage onto the Ramatra to get him low, to get him ripe for the picking, in multiple senses of the term. That being, Tree's ice block forced early. He's not gonna have that much sustain. He's not gonna be able to survive for that much longer. I can't imagine. And again, no picks being found thus far. Salty dropping low on this Junker Queen, but an excellent wall from Biz to give his team time to heal up Salty. Noctis just trying to charge this beat passively, getting to 75%. Pascal climbing up ever higher on that ult charge as well. He's probably going to pop this Coalescence as soon as he sees the chance, and there it is. The Amplification Matrix from Cal also comes out, but Thunder with the charged headshot, able to take out Tree. That's exactly what you want if you are good boys. The Annihilation pops by Mikey. Vision does take out Biz, but it's still a 3v4. It's a 2v4, and Mikey gets 1, so it's a 2v3 now, but Cal has to die here. I mean, this point is 50% in favor of good boys, and I feel like they just need to back off at this point.
Yeah, they have no immortality field either on the side of Saints, but this fight could go their way. Look at that, the Rampage is coming out already. Every ultimate again?
That's a lot of ultimates, and Cal takes out Salty, the first to fall. I believe that's Salty's first death this map. Vision taking out Biz with that overclock. There's a window forward. Saints, that's what you needed. Vision gets 2. Vision gets 3 with a late kill on the Pascal. And Saints come roaring a bit late, but they come right back. I mean, better late than never. You can't really complain too much.
Yeah, that is a non-stop fight that just winds up giving Good Boys 78% of the point. That is not the best of news. However, ultimates are coming in again, and this time they are on the side of Good Boys. They have the overclock, and they have Pascal so close to the Coalescence. The window comes out, but it's gonna find nothing. Just play the corner, you put up your wall on the side of Tree, on the side of this, and that means that there's nothing you can really shoot. This is a bad window that you don't get to really use. And what does that mean? You're gonna have to face the Thunder because they have overclock, and when Pascal has that Coalescence, you're not in for a good time.
Yeah, I mean, the Coalescence for Pascal could make all the difference, but so could the overclock from Thunder, just looking to get those little bits of poke damage in, and they're gonna be able to take out Mikey. That's the last person you want to lose for Saints, and look, I knocked his boot straight off the map. Soul Dream Gap as well. Wait, no, never mind. That is Cal. That is the Baptiste. My mistake. I can't see anything. My monitor is having a moment, and so is my brain. But good boys, 90% and counting on this point. It's...
Yep. It's a 98% already, and the point is trying to be taken over by Saints. And look at that, the Coalescence is out. This is bad news, but the Annihilation, suffer as I have, and it is another ultimate fest.
Oh, good boys are suffering now. I mean, the picks just roll through. Mikey with that Annihilation is just able to force so much tempo onto the side of Saints. And good boys, you just can't cope. That being said, 3 ults for them. They're gonna have I mean, 2 of those ults are massive. The 3 gonna be very, very good for surviving, especially when Saints only have their support ults up online. So you have to expect good boys to be winning this, I believe. Especially if Vision on this flank is able to take out Pascal. That might actually change it. That might actually change things. Not really gonna be able to get anything though. Gonna grab this Mega. Biz takes out Vega. That's the last person you want to lose. Part 2, part 3. It doesn't even matter. The Blizzard comes out. Another Blizzard online, and Cal's gonna fall. Vision falls. Mikey falls. 87%. 88% is all the Saints are gonna get.
Yeah, and that is the sound of Thunder cleaning your team up with those 3 kills. Absolutely massive, setting up the tempo. Peripheral, Good Boys has taken us to match point for them. And Saints, they were not looking bad at all. I do have to say, I don't want to imply that they're going to lose this one, because look at that, they are looking extremely solid. Saints, they are choosing a more brawly comp, and Cal finally switching over to the Moira. I know you've been saying it, Cal has been flexing a lot. They have the Kiriko, they have played the BAP, they have played everything under the sun. But Pascal's Moira is giving Good Boys so much sustain. And when Coalescence is out, Peripheral, you need to have a real good plan, because those are 8 seconds of constant damage that you cannot avoid, and it basically out-heals everything in the game. So, you know, good luck getting through. As we go into Night Gardens, Good Boys choosing to have Thunder on the Reaper, which, Mikey, you're gonna have to have a real good support line on the side of Cal and Vega to keep you up through those shotguns.
Yeah, the Junker Queen I mean, this is an exact compositional mirror as in the last match. We're gonna see both teams grappling around this little pillar thing. I don't even know what this is, but Salty isn't looking to have too good of a time either, as Vision falls, but so does Thunder. Both Mays getting these precision headshots onto the respective Reaper opponents. This is prime boob territory though for Noctis, and you have to imagine he's looking for it. But Biz is gonna take out Vega. Biz is gonna take out Cal. I said get down, Mr. President. Cal did, but he's gonna give his life for it. And Mikey looking to fall very late in this fight, as is Tree. Tree takes out Biz, but traded out by Salty. And good boys, first cap. This is prime position for you.
It's a Biz world, and we're living it in Peripheral because the amount of kills they were getting is just criminal. But Tree is about to match them on the ultimate. They have 100% as well as the Annihilation and the Coalescence, so this could be real important for them. Good boys, we also have every ultimate coming up, and that Blossom is a little ahead on their side. Blossom, not the best ultimate in the contender setting, but it could find a singular kill, and that's all you need. The fight is going to happen real close here on point.
Indeed it is. You can see Thunder grappling around these outer edges. Big ultimates coming out from both sides. The Coalescences as well as the Blizzard of Tree. Salty's Rampage comes out. Not really gonna get anything, not really gonna get any value off of it though. As Mikey so close to this Annihilation, that could be the thing to turn the tide in favor of Saints. Business Blizzard also online. There it is. It's popped. Mikey opting to save that Annihilation for another day. But good boys, still holding on to this point. The beat invested for Vega, and the Saints are going to surge forward, bringing the Holy Fervor with them. They hope to put the fear of God in Good Boys, but the Good Boys, they stand tall. They take down the Reaper of Vision. Tree trades out Thunder. Tree gets 2. Tree is God himself in this fight. He is delivering the Saints from the brink time and time again. Noctis booping Vega off the map, I believe, and this guy's just going crazy, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as Tree gets 4 on the fight, taking out the supports of
Yeah, I feel
that's
you.
just a masterclass. That's just a masterclass from Tree.
Yeah, that was one hell of a fight, but it's a fight that they had to use 2 of their most important ultimates on, and Good Boys, they had to use them as well, so this could be real good for Saints. This is basically a guaranteed next fight because you have a Blizzard, and Tree's Blizzards have been absolutely massive. And then Biz, they have their own, so this could be a fight that either both teams invest everything on, or the Good Boys chooses to lose early. It could go either way.
Vision's Blossom comes out, but it's not going to get anything, though. Mikey is going to be able to take out Salty. Noctis falls. Mikey gets 2. Cal gets Pascal with the ultimates. That's only 2 ults invested for Saints, but you can't be happier with the value you've gotten out of them. That being said, Biz has a Blizzard. Salty has a Rampage. Pascal has a Coalescence. This next fight, I think is going to turn the tide, is going to determine who wins the series.
Yes, but it was good tempo on the side of Saints. They only invested in their Blossom, so they have a Blizzard to meet up all of the ultimates we're mentioning. Look at that, Pascal, what an aggressive Coalescence, and a Biz Blizzard again. I
mean, the Biz Blizzard doesn't really get anything, though. Noctis dropping really low. He's taking out Tree, though. That's so big. That's Saints' most consistent playmaker gone. And Thunder now 77% to this Death Blossom. That could be all the difference in this fight. Biz comes back and takes out Mikey. It's actually over. Good Boys, 88%, and Saints are just staggering now. We could be seeing the biggest upset I think I have seen thus far in Tier 2.
But all eyes on Vega, though. Vega's about to touch. They have
what
a wall. This not letting you in, and a kill on the call is gonna seal the deal.
The sound barrier comes out from Vega, not gonna get really anything though. The 2-man anti from Salty with that Rampage is huge. Mikey's half health, not really able to get anything with this Annihilation, and Salty takes out Tree. Again, Tree dying early in these fights, and Thunder takes out Vision. It's all green in the kill feed. Salty walking forward, asserting his dominance as the truest of Junker Queens. Cal's Coalescence walled off. The atoms will remain split for now. Cal split, Cal dead, and Good Boys, what an upset that is.
There is no way 160 people are watching it, and it is true. Good Boys, they take it over the Saints, and as you're saying, Tier 2 has barely seen some upsets at this high class. Good Boys showing that they are here to play. They're not just some random team. They can play the dive, they can play the Junker Queen, and Salty is the Junker Queen to rule them all today. Absolutely good work today, and I just think that they had an amazing game. Like,
I agree.
They set up the tempo, they put up the plays, and they just surprised us with that one.
I really think all of Good Boys should put up an absolute masterclass. Like, that was very just their cohesion in that match was excellent. You could see the way they were playing around Salty, the way they were playing around Biz, around Thunder. I mean, Biz was just ridiculous. Like the value, it was Biz and Tree were getting so much value out of their respective. Out of their May cooldowns. But ultimately, it felt like Good Boys were just so clutch. And I feel like that made so much of the difference.
Hey, the Bisatron, Perry. The Bisatron.
The Bizatron.
What
It's
an
bizzing time.
absolute-
It's bizzing time.
My favorite moment of the match was when Biz got on top of the wall and said it's Bissing time and just Bissed all over them in Lijiang Tower. What a game! Look, I know we wanted to see Good Boys win from the beginning, but there's no better way to win than in just like a map 5. 3-2 makes it exciting, and everyone just what a game! One of the best contenders game I've casted, and I absolutely love the way that they played. And I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, every player on the side of Good Boys was an absolute MVP. Noctis never died when it mattered. Those beats were always value. And Pascal, did you see the coalescence? They were always on point. Thunda, some of those skills, I didn't even see them coming. And Salty, the best jungle queen I've seen in a while. And Biz is just my queen. I'm just saying, Biz, you're my inspiration. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely inspirational gameplay from a team of players that, like, you look at Saints, you look at Good Boys, you compare the two rosters. Saints has so much more history in Tier 2, so much more, so much more, I mean, you could say clout, but Good Boys, just what a statement this is, to show that you can hang, to show that as players that aren't necessarily the most, that don't have the most history. I mean, I kind of just repeated myself, but my point still stands, that these guys have come out and made an absolutely massive, massive statement.
Yep, what an absolute game that we casted today. It's been my pleasure. It's been my absolute pleasure. These players, they are here to play and showing us that standings don't matter when you're the goodest of boys. That's all I have to say. And that is going to close us. Yeah, but that is going to close it out for now, Peripheral. Sadly, we don't get to see more of Good Boys playing. I don't get to see more of the Bisatron absolutely running rampant on the maps. And in my opinion, I think the MVP absolutely has to be Bis. And I hope that some people caught it, but the fight that I called at 2 minutes, say whoever wins this one is going to win, was all in Bisatron's hands. They got the triple kill, they managed to win, and I would call them my personal MVP. But hey, what do you think? Do you agree?
I agree. Okay, so I mean, I'm as a main support player, as someone who's played main support at what I consider to be a relatively high level, I'm always biased towards supports, but yeah, Biz just such an amazing performance, such a dominant performance is what it felt like from him. It can't be understated the value that Tree was getting on the similar heroes, but Biz just time and time again, so much value in positions where it really felt like he should have been dying, he should have not have been getting the value that he was, and really it felt like Biz was the lucky talisman for Good Boys in their victory. He was the goodest of boys.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Good Boys on their win today. As we've established a lot, this was a win that, of course, they were the underdogs coming in, and they end up coming out on top. Some mistakes along the way, Watch Gibraltar was a very interesting game, and Esperanza not the best of games, but that Legion Tower was a last statement. We are here to play, and they are ready for whatever comes after this, and that is going to be our second week of Contenders. All I have to say is, we have a lot of people in chat. More than 160 viewers just watched Good Boys.
171!
Yeah.
Holy!
So, congratulations to Good Boys. And all I have to say before I head out, it's been an absolute pleasure casting with you, Peripheral. It's been an absolute pleasure having this amazing production team with beamgarden, with T-High, so much talent just casting these games and producing them. Keep pumping love into Overwatch Tier 2, because this game is more alive than ever. And if you want to find us, if you want to see more of my amazing and most handsome play-by-play casting, you can see Silent Skies on Twitter, and you can
I was the play-by-play, what?
Well, yeah, well, my play-by-play caster. I mean,
True,
my
true.
partner. True. So
Yes,
silence, guys.
your
On
casting
Twitter.
was very good as well.
Hey, thank
Perhaps
you.
better than mine. Yes,
Just go check them out.
Biscuits Overwatch on Twitter.
Yep. You can check me out right there, and you can check out Peripheral as well. But hey, Peripheral, it's your just stream to close out. So that's all I have to
Yes.
say for now.
Yes, I mean, thank you all for watching. This has been amazing for me, for Biscuit, I'm sure for all the players, all the production staff. Like Biscuit said, shout out to them. Absolutely, this is such an amazing project. I'm so grateful to be a part of it. But for now, I believe it is our time to say goodbye. So, goodbye chat, goodbye stream. And watch pack follows in BPL. Support them. We are the best team in Bad Patch Mario League. It is official. That's all. Good night, contenders. Good night, good boys. Good boys Twitch chat. I'm terrible at outros. This is.
Hey, just good night, everyone. Thank you for such an
Yes.
amazing game, and we will see you all later on the Timeless Broadcast Project.
And support pack follows on Twitter.